Hey, give the video a second to load. Give me a minute to find it. I want to talk a little bit about the stuff I've been downloading on lately. Good morning. I'm wondering why I never have a share button in this space either, right? So I'm summoning my friends. Give it a second. I want to talk a little bit, like kind of all over the place as usual. I want to talk a little bit about Atlantis, Pleiadian stuff, and the ships that people are seeing in the sky and what's going on with this ascension. I haven't done a video in like a week either. It's been kind of hard to get me on video, like even today. So give it a sec so some people can find us. I also want to fit in there talking about what I'm going through over here, because the last video I did was from the crop circle that I just saw, and I've been kind of like looking into what these things do to your energy. I had my own experience there, and it was pretty crazy to go experience that during the space storm energy. I'm like getting to be like level expert, use these storms for ascension, and I think that the crop circles are some type of I'm going to try the best I can to do this, Kathleen, right? They are some type of ionized radiation. They say those imprints last like 2 weeks with the radiation. I had a bunch of people, they're like, oh, you should bring your phone app and look at this stuff. I don't need to. I'm not a scientist. There's enough scientific research out there of real scientists that have studied these, you can call it phenomenons going on here. We're seeing that with this ascension, there has been a calling galactically. I'm pretty sure that the Earth sent out a calling, and that's why we're seeing this ascension unfold in such a way. And we're seeing that, you know, we haven't really had the best conditions for extraterrestrial kind of contact around here with these low frequencies. Some of you guys might even be starseeds in these groups because, you know, the people that are awake are generally, you know, light workers, starseeds, healers, elementals, stuff like that. And if you are a starseed, then you know you really had to drop your density level down just to be on this planet, that you feel more comfortable generally vibrating on much higher frequencies, and the lower ones aren't really great for you. This planet hasn't been high enough in vibration since Atlantis for what we're getting ready for. A lot of people may have this like longing to go back to Atlantis, a place you might not even know a lot about. It might just feel like home to you. A lot of people might be programmed that they are here to rebuild Atlantis in a certain type of way. Atlantis, I'm pretty sure, was a galactic colony. There's a lot of research to show instead of it sinking, it might have lifted off into the sky, the way that they describe it. Who knows? I'm not a historian, I'm always saying, right? But there's a lot of research either way talking about what happened. I do know that there are, you know, thousands of sunken cities under the ocean, and that we can see, you know, this planet has gone through these kind of earth changes, and there's many, many cities underwater that we know nothing about. Hi, Kathleen. We're talking all over the place about alien stuff mainly, I think, today. So we're seeing that something is happening on the planet. Maybe not everyone is tuned into this. Maybe some people are, what we're talking about as an ascension. I was at a class. I'm doing a lot of classes here because I'm kind of in an elemental realm in a certain type of way, and I am a starseed, so I'm kind of getting acquainted with the cultures and customs here, which are much different, and you know, things I don't know anything about here, with their like rituals and holidays and spiritual type of stuff. So I'm at this class, and these people will know that I'm always posting about ascension, right? I'm like my wall, right? I'm like ascending into 5D. And so I realized that a lot of people that might have been doing this spiritual stuff might have a different notion of what ascension is. Because a long time ago, if like a monk or someone was to ascend, they would die and turn into a rainbow light body and no longer be in the physical. We're doing this differently. We're keeping our human body, but it's changing. The physical body is changing into a different light body form. Now, while many spiritual masters may have mastered living in the light body is changing right now. With this spiritual ascension, Hi, we have lots. I know, I don't know where the share button is. Me and Kathleen will get on this as soon as I'm off of here with this group. I want to open up some of the groups. I opened up the Reiki group, and I've been throwing memes in it. I don't know what we're doing. We're just kind of going with the flow, right? All right. So, what happened with Atlantis? Well, the law of one. We're all one. We destroyed ourselves. Yes, we as in everyone. We have destroyed ourselves many times before. That's what happens when we live in separation and against who we spiritually are. We're meant to be creating spiritual experiences that are aligned with, you know, what is best for the collective consciousness on so many levels. Now, while we're all having our own experience, and you guys could see something totally different than me for this ascension, it's important to remember we're having this collective experience as well. That's what I'm always tuning into, the collective energies, how the whole is doing. A lot of the time when I'm doing my energy reports, that's why they're usually helpful for everyone, because it's what everyone's kind of experiencing. We have a lot of galactic waves hitting this planet right now, and you can just look at this as extraterrestrial technology being used. Why would this be happening? In a basic kind of way, I hate even saying this on video, but it's true. I really feel that extraterrestrials kind of hijacked our planet, the negative ones that you would see thrive on power and control and are kind of creating a lot of this chaos around here. You can look around and see that there's a lot of negative extraterrestrial technology being used on humans when it comes to our food and what it does to our DNA. Them trying to roll out 5G, which is like a war on our frequency, right? Them like basically with the technology being used and that they're interested in with HARP, a lot of it looks to be like negative technology trying to replicate the positive technology. Cam had a question, I forget, about CERN on his page, and that's what that is, that these negative beings can't access spiritually the things they're trying to, which you have to have a certain level of spiritual purity. So what they do is they try to rebuild these things, whether it's the Merkaba and the Bermuda Triangle, CERN, and they're trying to build their own stargates in a way. So we see a lot of negative technology, hi Catherine, being replicated around here too. So why would we need I think we kind of need the Pleiadians to save this planet at this point. When you talk about, well, how do we go back to living in Atlantis, and everyone's kind of sick of working in prison planet for slaves or basic things, and you know, the whole paradigm and things like that, and I think we're really getting ready for that. I'm getting a lot of downloads on it, and then I'm looking around at other channels and they're talking about the exact same things. Like I was the other night downloading on a lot of like Hopi kind of stuff, and then I like I go out, scroll on Facebook, and the first post I see is like everything that I just downloaded on, and I'm seeing that a lot of these Starseed channels are getting a lot of the same messages, and there have always been ships in the sky, but we've been too toxic on this planet to be, you know, making something intergalactically again, but it's coming. And, you know, we're getting hit with these waves of energy which are affecting people differently. Depends on where you're at spiritually as to how you can handle these energies. They say that if you're not at a good place spiritually, that you probably won't survive this whole process. This is a purification process, and it depends on where you're at. If you're choosing the material, you're not going to be able to go back and get to those spiritual timelines, and everyone was given a choice if they want to wake up and do this ascension at some point, I feel. So we're getting blasted with more and more of this energy. It's creating a purge-like effect. We have, I'm going to get into that in my next video, not on here, but it's creating a purge-like effect, and it's bringing the frequencies up. So a lot of people are feeling the shifts. It's creating energy shifts. And there's other things that can create these energy shifts. It could be like, you know, astrological type of things, geostorms. We're seeing a lot of that geostorm energy. But it's important to remember that when we're looking at these space storm statistics, modern science can't measure things that are from space or intergalactic, right? When they're looking for life on other planets, they just, I just saw a lot of scientific stuff hitting the news where they're like, maybe we shouldn't have been looking for carbon in space as a sign of life. Maybe we need to scrap this and start over. Because they're thinking there definitely is life, but we're seeing more of the interdimensional seeping into our reality. That goes for spaceships around the planet. We're seeing tons of footage of it. Hi, Jack. We're talking spaceships and stuff. Shared. We can't share. I can't see the share button. We're like, shared. I tried. It's alright. So, you know, this is really karma coming back around from Atlantis. like what we're playing out right now, this world stage, what's happening right now. It's really just everything coming full circle. And, you know, we're trying to get back to that divinity, that level of consciousness that we were at. And right now, as these energies are coming in, we're letting go of a whole lot of past life karma, trauma, lessons, emotions, not even from this life, from the entire cycle since then, that is coming to the surface through our bodies. It could be like ascension symptoms, just feeling emotional, feeling out of sorts. Oh good, Kathleen shared it. Too bad it's private and it'll say like unavailable if you share it, right? I'm doing coffee and chatting. Atlantis. We're getting back to where our human body type was at those times though, and these were very high levels of consciousness, and you know, this energy is activating us. It could be making people sick that, you know, have a lot of energy blockages or already are at that place with consciousness. So we're seeing an increase in things like sicknesses, cancers, you know, people dying and things like that from these energies. And the people that are at a good place to handle them, that have been doing the spiritual work, it's having an opposite effect. It should be healing you. It should be activating you and rewiring you. A lot of you guys are realizing, if you've been on this ascension path a while, like me, why we couldn't do this overnight, that it's taking time, right? As these waves are starting to intensify. And we're getting ready for crazy astrology too, this month, that will coming up soon. We have a full moon in, I think, like 6 days, less than a week. And then we go into the summer solstice, which opens up like another porthole gateway. This whole planet is going to start to get flooded with energy. We have these 2 eclipses. Eclipses always come in pairs. We have eclipses coming in July as well, and that will create another system reboot. And that's what we're seeing happen around here, almost like an energy reboot kind of happening as these waves are coming in. It could cause like a system reboot, or like the eclipses coming in. So it's really powerful energy. I'll say that the last 2 eclipses that we had were about 6 months apart from the ones coming right now. And it created something, a change in the energetic dynamics, where we started getting twice as much energy after those eclipses. I've been paying attention to the energy cycles for a while, trying to learn them just to make my own life easier. And so I noticed that after the eclipses that we had in January, I think they just like caused double the energy to start coming in. So we can expect this energy is going to really start to intensify. For the people that don't have a conscious awareness of what's going on, they're feeling all of these emotions a lot of the time. If you're already a depressed person, I always say, or anxious or a negative person, it's going to make you more negative. So a lot of the times you can see the people around you that are negative, it's bringing that out more like an amplifier. Or people that are positive, it could be like making you feel like, we say samadhi over here now, extreme states of bliss, euphoria, nirvana, feeling really good too. Hey Bethany, we're talking Atlantis and how people keep destroying themselves around here. Yes, we need to get back to the law of one. If you're putting out bad intentions, bad vibes, harming another, we know that it comes back on us now from our, you know, lessons that we have gone through, and hopefully people shift to a space where they get spiritual and want to change and become better people. We're going to see a lot of confusion going on collectively with what's happening. It's okay, we're shifting the collective, just the people awake. But we're seeing a lot of confusion because people are not consciously aware of what's happening. And, you know, they just kind of keep recreating a lot of the same things, because until we wake up and become conscious, our realities tend to look the same. Let's see, I need to get back on track. I'm activating, oh my god. Yeah, so I went in the crop circle. It had, the last time, I'm like real into science. The last time I gave my boyfriend like a skin reaction going in it too, which I found was really interesting, because I found other people that had done that too, doctors that were studying it. And so, yeah, I know. So I was playing in the crop circle again and doing my usual crop circle, getting activated by it, which I think is crazy. We're seeing a lot more messages from extraterrestrials on our planet. Like, we're going to see tons of those crop circles, and I'm so ready and excited for it, that we're going to see more and more of the interdimensional, because it's getting this planet ready for like the ultimate disclosure. And I don't think people could realize that, you know, we have a galactic history that's been covered up. We've been lied to about where people came from and how this planet started. And I don't know if a lot of people are ready for where the energies are taking us, or where our reality could take us. So we need to do more detoxing too. It's like a huge message I have. Good morning, Sterling. We're talking Atlantis. we're getting more purified so we can handle these higher frequency energies. I see a lot of purging going on. So if you guys are purging from the energy, more energy clearing, more detoxing, we're back to detoxing here. So I don't know if people are ready for this. Like I said, I know a lot of people are. And I'm going to be getting off of here anyway. I am going to do my real feed, but I wanted to send you some good vibes over here. So I'll be back. I'll be doing a lot of Atlantis videos this week too. I got a ton of downloads on it and I'm just all over the place. I didn't feel like doing videos today or yesterday or the past week, right? Sorry, I've been leveling up in the crop circle and it did crazy things to my energy too. Like, anyways, it did real crazy things. You can ask Kathleen. Clearly light body activations. I'm hoping that it mutates your DNA. I've been researching this. So on top of the ascension energies that are already mutating our DNA and recoding our whole bodies, so I'm hoping that when I'm going to these crop circles in the space storm, that it is gonna, you know, mutate my DNA and turn me back into like a galactic superhero, or turn me into a superhero, I said. So I'm all for it. I'm looking into what these things can do to your DNA. As you know, it's pretty uncharted territory. I was looking into like a lot of real scientific stuff where they measured the radiation levels and things like this. And when I went in that crop circle, it makes your whole body feel electric. Like, it makes you kind of itchy, feel electric, lit up, almost radioactive. It reminds me of like The Simpsons when Homer is in the green stuff. I was like, I just go sit in it and touch it. They're like, do not touch this. We don't know if this is safe for people, but I figure I'm galactic and I'm used to the energies anyway. It's kind of like the space storm energy amplified, but I really think those are portholes, like in whatever way, like a Stargate, like a porthole. The imprints, I'm not really sure. I'm open to ideas. Oh, good. Keep taking the chlorella. Take it in the morning, too. It can keep you up at night. This is a really good time. I'll throw it on here to be astral traveling. I didn't want to come into work today because I was taking a nap this morning and yesterday, and I was in the astral, and it's like the best time to be lucid dreaming, doing dream work, hanging out in the astral. Since we're purging and clearing a lot, it tends to make your dreams more vivid. And it's really an awesome energy. I know we should be moving around and getting things done, but you should be having awesome dreams. Maybe set an intention before you go to sleep. It's really good for downloading. A lot of you guys are getting downloads, information coming to you, so it's a pretty powerful energy. We should be manifesting with it. It looks like the Earth's doing a lot of purging here, but we should. And so the Earth is also purifying and purging and going through this process, and we see a lot of that as purging, manifesting in like earthquakes, fires, right? Floods in America. But the Earth is also going through this cleansing and releasing of old energies and lower densities too. Yep. Try to drink tons of water too. We're getting flooded with crazy energies. I'm surprised they even show up on their space weather anyway. Some of them don't. But we're getting these waves of energy, clearly that are galactic energies, and they are setting off their geostorm alerts so much lately that I love it, because I'm laughing at it, that this is the government that puts out these space weather statistics, and they must be freaking out, like, which is good for me as a light worker, right? They have to be freaking out with the stats that they keep on having to put out, and I know they lie about a lot of them. Someone is like, what apps are you using? I have always been able to tune in and feel the energies like a week in advance, but I have like 10 apps on my phone to try to like match up what I'm feeling is coming and what's going on, and all of their apps are awful. A lot of their statistics aren't real and things like that. So we're seeing more ships. People are seeing more energies, more of the interdimensional. A lot of people are getting ringing in the ears, buzzing in the ears, and things like that. A lot of the time you're starting to perceive new frequencies. So if your eyes are like blurry, or you're seeing energies, or you're getting buzzing, ringing in the ears, you're feeling dizzy, we're unlocking whole sets of senses that we haven't even delved into. A lot of people are coming into these abilities that are pretty amazing too. Practice with them, play around with them, use them more. That's how we get better with it and amplify them. That's what I'm learning how to do. Use my abilities for things to play around with them. Alright, reading the comments. Alright, I'm letting you go. I know I gotta do real feed eventually too. I've been so off grid. like not even near my face, like it's so off grid. I've been in my own little world over here. We're going through our own shifts over here and doing things over here, so I've been kind of busy and off grid anyway. Your ears are ringing. Good. We have ear chakras. I'll go into those later. We have ear chakras I need to get into because mine have been going through real serious upgrades and activating. And I've been talking about it on video where I'm getting a lot of pressure in my ears and behind here. We also have other chakras that I'm always talking about, the other two in the head. So I'm going to definitely try to get on video. I'm starting to do like Reiki group videos. So I'll try to talk about the other chakra system because our ear chakras are activating, which would be, I feel them like right about here, like behind your ears, and it's unlocking, you know, different senses, just kind of like with the third eye. So we're going through this process. We know this couldn't have been done overnight. For some people, they've been on this spiritual path for a really long time. The other people, yeah, I'm reading the comments. The other people that are not choosing to wake up and detox and do the same spiritual work might be in trouble later, because I know it took me years of detoxing and healing and getting to this point. So a lot of people are still sleeping. And these energies are getting intense. I couldn't imagine having my awakening with all this energy blasting through here. It's taken me this long to learn how to navigate through it and handle it. So I always say there's a reason that we're awake in this areas and everyone else isn't. And it could get kind of chaotic on this planet for the visions that we have of where we want to return to humanity to. It doesn't look like Atlantis if you look around the Matrix reality. So we have a lot of stuff and changes that are going to come to this planet. A lot of galactic ones too.